What the f*** was that?
James, it's Valtteri.
There's something loose between my legs.
You mean like forever?
I don't know.
Tripping major nutsack.
Come on! No more radio for the rest of the race.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Reserve Drivers. As we look back on Austria, we look forward to Austria, by the way, to tell you the truth, if you know what I mean.
Tippy boy, it is good to be here. How good was Austria? We've swapped chassis. I'm feeling more Italian. I've got no observations this week.
I've got a bit of a head wobble going on, by the way, to tell you the truth, if you know what I mean. Okay, impersonating you is very uncomfortable.
Being you is very uncomfortable. We've swapped chassis. We're going to swap back. I'm Tim McDonald.
What's this idiot doing?
This idiot's Luke Rocker. Welcome along, Lukey boy.
Good to be here, Tim. Smack bang in a triple header.
So before we get started, make sure you leave us a comment in the comments below. We've been loving all your feedback.
All very predictable.
All very predictable from the smooth operator. Just have a look at the smooth operator in the south of France with a glass of wine.
Enchanté.
Le smooth operator.
The sun shines brightly, the wine flows freely, and the cars run fast. Welcome to the French Grand Prix. Salut.
What I love about the smooth operator is he hasn't lost his common touch. He's still very much a man of the people. Can we just get a blood alcohol reading on that?
Welcome to the French Grand Prix.
Yeah, no,
he's over.
He is over the limit.
So we've had France, we've had Austria, and the battle is hot.
And how would you describe the championship battle, Lukey boy? I'm not going to ask you ever again because a lot of people are talking about the big battle between Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton. How do you sum it up? Our very own Simon Lazenby. He found the right words.
Well, there we go. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Ding dong, hello.
Ding dong, hello. Simon Lazenby, less a commentator, more a train by the sounds of things. It was ding dong in France. What was it in Austria?
Good afternoon, everybody. Yes, ding ding.
Ding ding. He's gone from ding dong to ding ding.
That is a commentator's package upgrade right there.
He is drunk. Simon Lazenby is officially drunk. But who better to sum up the battle between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton than Paul di Resta?
They are ramping up the pressure on the World Championship, Mercedes, who've won 6 consecutive World Championships.
Ding dong. Babel is the more accurate sound effect. What is Paul di Resta talking about?
We're turning into Police Academy here.
We're going to do the whole show in Morse code, I believe, this week. Ding dong.
Ding dong.
Mind you, in Paul's defense, Lukey boy, he's focused on more important news.
Paul's got news for us. Yeah, if you were Carlos Sainz, you'd be pulling your hair out, and he has got a nice head of hair.
Carlos Sainz has a lovely head of hair. Ding dong. He's got a great head of hair, which is slightly nicer commentary than this grab from Murray Walker.
And that is Martin Brundle. Helmet off. He's got a bald patch. I don't think he'll like that.
He won't like that at all. He's got a very nice flat spot on Martin's hair.
But Timmy, back to the hard facts, back to the championship. It is rampant up. I did a bit of research, looked up Google. There is 18 points between Max and Lewis. Ooh.
Hey, this is a flat spot on this show.
And
what are you doing?
There's 40 points between Mercedes and Red Bull. Ooh, that's close.
That's ding dong. That is officially ding dong. Got any more facts? Have you got any jokes?
No, let's move on. Let's keep moving. So it's a bit of a hybrid, this show, as it were. We've got a bit of France, a bit of Austria.
Yep, some jokes, a couple of facts, but lots of big talking points.
Some lumps have appeared in my seat. Talk later about that.
Yep, no, we probably won't talk later about that, Nikita, to tell you the truth.
I hope those lumps have got nothing to do with the gunt.
When your gunt is dropping lumps, that's when you need to see a doctor.
Timmy, very rarely do we plan what we're doing here on the show, but you did come to me earlier in the week and said, hey, because there's 3 races in a row, it's going to be hard to get content out, hard to get the shows out. Let's not do any new segments, okay? Let's just go back to the basics so it's quick and easy.
First principles. What have you got for us?
With that being said, it's time for a brand new segment. This brand new segment is called What's the Difference? Okay, I'm going to give you some things, okay, and you need to work out...
You're going to give me some things.
No, hang on. It's not what's the difference, it's why they're the same. Oh, no, okay. Okay, so here are some things that are all similar, and you need to work out why, okay? Here we go. The first, a salamander, a mollusk, and the Mercedes strategy team.
So, I need to work out what's the link between a salamander, a mollusk, and the Mercedes strategy team.
They're all incapable of hearing and listening to Valtteri Bottas. Because a salamander and mollusk don't have ears.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I wish I was a salamander right about now.
Theory of relativity. Drunk relatives at a wedding and the Austrian Grand Prix.
Is it Simon Lazenby? With that bottle of wine, is it drunk Simon Lazenby?
No one really quite understands what they're all about. Styrian, Austria, no one gets it.
I get it.
Okay.
Yeah, I get
Okay.
it. Looky boy, I've got one for you.
Oh, well, okay. Ruining my flow, but go for it.
Luke Rocker,
Yeah?
this segment, bin. What have they got in common?
They're all highly disposable.
Your career, the drain.
They're all effective. they're all effective conveyors of sewage. So, anyways, my last one. All right, here we go.
Yep, great.
A window, a pathological liar, and Dr. Helmut Marko's white T-shirt.
What?
That's a weird one, huh?
And they've all got something in common.
You can all see right through them. Ooh.
Look at that. That is a wet T-shirt, Marco.
Some people would pay good money to see that.
A lot of people would pay more money not to see that, Licky Boy. That is a bizarre image. I could see his flexi gut there.
You reckon the gut's wobbling? Check out those nips. No, come on.
Let's nip it in the bud.
This
Sorry,
is-
that is the wrong.
Oh, no.
That is the wrong expression. Dr. Marko, T-shirt, and Pornhub. What is the link between those three? I mean, the only phrase that comes to mind after that footage.
Ding dong.
No, sorry, that is the wrong phrase. We've got to move on.
There are a couple of church bells, though, swaying around in the breeze. That's for sure.
2 wins to Max Verstappen. Red Bull are on fire. Tough time for Mercedes.
Everyone's happy seeing Max on the podium, although not everyone. That is an unhappy Toto. By the way, Tim, do you think it's too soon to have a minute's silence for the end of the Mercedes era?
I think this show needs a minute silence from us, Licky Boy. I feel for Mercedes. There are some 4-week-old Mercedes fans who are yet to see a win. I mean, it is just a
They're
tough
doing it
time.
tough.
It is just a tough time. Should they be relegated to Formula 2? That is my theory. Should Mercedes drop down to Formula 2?
It's an interesting theory.
A lot of interesting team radio has come out of the last few weeks. Pierre Gasly, he had a great qualifying in France. Qualified P6. He was ecstatic. Not sure his engineer was.
Yes! That was a lap. Come on. This is what I want to see. Congrats, guys. Very good job.
And to you.
Not quite as excited as Pierre.
Succinct.
I was very interested to hear Valtteri Bottas's engineer during the French Grand Prix. Have a listen.
Doing a great job. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible, apart from getting a seat next year. But look, anything is possible. It's less a team note. It's more an inspirational quote.
It's motivational.
And it didn't stop there.
Currently running 10th and 11th through Alpine.
Bring it.
Bring it is the
Bring
message.
it. Anything is possible. Bring it. He's just getting inspirational quotes in his ear.
This is like a 90s teen flick.
And it kept going. You are the wind beneath my wings, my flexi wings. Keep it up. I mean, what is that message all about? And it didn't stop there.
Slowly, slowly catch you monkey. Teach a man to fish and he eats for a day. A bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. A camel is a horse designed by committee. Experience is a comb which nature gives us when we're bald. Keep it up.
Keep it up. Keep it up. He's doing well, Valtteri Bottas, with those messages.
Timmy, I love the French because what the French do and what they take very seriously is the national security surrounding the trophy. The famous Gorilla Trophy of the Paul Ricard track, French Grand Prix. Here is how it was delivered to the track.
What?
This is real life footage of the French army. The military delivered it. This is real. This is a covert operation here. That is real footage of the French army, the French Foreign Legion, on a special mission to deliver the French trophy.
And to assassinate Esteban Ocon. I know he's not going well, but that was their mission. What is going on?
Tim, it did get me thinking, have you ever wondered what combat and F1 might look like together?
No, but I'm guessing you have.
Well, strap yourselves in. I've got a little game. Let's play.
And it's lights out! And away we go!
Yes! I got damage. Oh!
He hit me now, the wrist.
Karma. I hope he has damage. Stupid move.
See you later. Say, get me out this tire.
Steering wheel, somebody tell him to give it to me.
All the time you have to leave the
Somebody hit me in the rear.
How is possible?
I am stupid.
Whoa. What a game that was.
Tell you what, I couldn't name a long list of casualties in that one.
Speaking of technology, did you see this in Paul Ricard? F1 have a new sponsor, Zoom.
Oh.
F1 is sponsored by Zoom, and I was watching the coverage. I didn't notice the new sponsor.
Lewis manages to carry on and drive.
Oh, no.
Oh dear. Oh, what's happened here? Oh, no, we've gone to Lance Stroll. This is just they need pneumatic pressure. They need pneumatic pressure.
Look, we are back in the studio. It's great. We're not on Zoom anymore. Don't have to deal with those frustrating delays.
How
Because
annoying! How annoying!
You go.
Those delays.
Okay,
are,
I'll go. How about if I
How
go
annoying-
first? Okay.
Those delays.
If you want to go... Okay.
Speaking of technology, it's time for a bit of technical talk. Formula One is a technical sport, Lukey boy, and it sometimes requires a bit of technical talk, and we heard a technical phrase during the weekend.
Got a lot of D-rates everywhere.
D-rates.
D-rates. A lot of D-rates. Do you know what D-rates are?
Not at the top of my head, I don't know.
Some of the comments we get are all D-rates.
We get rated D a lot, but that's something different.
D-rates. It's a very technical Formula One term. Who better to explain it than Martin Brundle?
I had this when I drove Luke Sky. This is the start screen.
Wash. What was that all about?
I really hope now we get comments in the comments section that are just how would you type
Here's something we haven't done for a while. It's time to open the Book of Brundle.
Think knife, butter and jam.
It's been on the shelf. It's covered in dust. We haven't opened it for a while.
For new viewers, this is where you explain it. Go.
I'm going to need a new co-host. The Book of Brundle, this is where we get to enjoy the wonderful, wise words of Martin Brundle. Here's Martin Brundle explaining the challenges of a lap of the Paul Ricard circuit.
Stay on the right-hand side because it's a left-hander coming up. You want to minimise the angle of that corner. Maximise your minimum.
What? Maximise your minimum. I mean, that sounds like an Austrian weather forecast. What is he talking about? Maximise your minimum.
I actually had a meeting with my mortgage broker, and he was saying something similar.
But Martin Brundle's lap didn't end there, Lukey boy.
Good.
I wish it had. He was maximising his minimum energy by the sounds of things.
Through the middle sector and 2 corners to go. 14 now. Long
pause. A long pause. Martin, you've got to commentate.
He was recharging the battery. He was conserving the battery.
He couldn't find the right words. He was looking for this.
Ding, ding.
I mean, just make a noise. Just make a noise, Martin.
I've always thought turn 14 in stereo was a bit of a ding-dong.
Bit of a ding-dong.
Speaking of digging up old segments from the ground, here is Ignoring Crofty.
Ignoring Crofty. We haven't done this for a while. This is where Martin Brundle totally ignores David Croft. A bit like what I do with you on this show, Lucky Boy. This is where Brundle ignores Crofty.
Here's an absolute ripper.
It's not good. It's so hot. What on earth possesses someone to put a lion costume on in this heat?
We can see the yellow mark, medium tyres there for Valtteri Bottas.
Brundle giving him absolutely nothing.
That's a classic edition of Ignoring Crofty.
What's funny about that is Crofty was dressed as a lion when he said that. We can't talk about the French Grand Prix without talking about a French Formula One hero.
It's Cyril Abitable.
It's not Cyril Abitable. It's not the French Foreign Legion. Alain Prost.
The Professor.
Drivers' champion, Alain Prost. What I love about Alain Prost is he's a humble man. He's not one to play up his own achievements. He's very much Mr. Humility or Monsieur Humility. Let's take a look.
Alain, you personally, I think, have won here 3 times. The layout is still pretty similar. What was the secret at the time? Is there anything the young guys today can still learn from what you experienced at the time?
Yeah, I won 4 times here, but...
That's not the point.
Just quietly, that microphone was about the size of his head. There. He was aerodynamic. That's why he was so quick.
Alain Prost is, of course, the special advisor to Alpine.
Je m'appelle advisor.
That's not right. Neither is his advice. But look, Alpine, they're struggling on the track, but doing very well off track. They're even making great overtaking moves off track.
Ja, Alonso komt ook nog even gezellig. Go together.
No, we can have it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Always say age before beauty.
Exactly.
I will be very short, don't worry. Go. Points. Well done. Yes, thank you. Thank you guys.
That is very short. That is very short. That's Alpine's first victory of the year.
If we ever get Fernando Alonso as a guest on this show, I would love the interview to be exactly like that.
And knowing Alec, it probably will be even shorter than that. Ferrari, Lukey boy, in a little bit of a rush.
Yeah.
As are you on this show, to tell you
Yeah.
the truth. They struggled the last couple of weeks, and Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc sat down post-race to give a message to the fans.
We will recover as a team and we will try and make it better in the future races. Ciao ragazzi, prendo la parola adesso in...
New segment idea. Team videos that borderline look like hostage videos.
They've been held captive by the French Foreign Legion by the looks of that.
Hey, France v Italy. How'd that work out last time?
Speaking of the French Grand Prix, Lukey boy, Verstappen won with the undercut.
I love a race decided in the pit stop.
They're the best kind. The undercut was incredibly powerful at Paul Ricard, as Ted Kravitz beautifully explains.
Every single past Grand Prix, even with a strong undercut, has suggested that that would be enough to cover the undercut if you pit the moment the guy in front of you, I've forgotten the word. The guy you're fighting against, your opponent. There we go. Remembered it in the end. Pits.
What?
Put pits, ding dong. This is a phonological awareness class.
What are they talking about?
A is for apple. You know, I'm sticking up for Ted and all the Sky Sports presenters, and I'm having a go at you, actually, because you see, they don't have the power of the edit.
What? Look, this show is not edited. It's not edited.
It's 100% live.
All right, let's swap chassis.
There was some fierce on-track action in the French Grand Prix.
Whoa.
Pierre Gasly, Lando Norris. Lando wasn't too happy with Pierre, led for a very awkward post-race interview when Sky got them together, but luckily Nico Rosberg was there to make sure it didn't get too awkward.
I'm going to ask a world champion here.
I just need to dive
what do you
in here
think?
because Lando, I have to say what you say on the radio as well. You called him an idiot. What are your thoughts on that, Pierre?
Look,
that's Icebreaker Rosberg, as we call him.
That's Diplomat Rosberg there, just keeping the peace.
Yeah, but Lando returned serve and served it right back at him.
I'm sure there's plenty of things that you said on the radio that people didn't hear, right? You can't have a go at me.
It's a good point, Lando.
Not the first time a fiery Brits had a go at Rosberg. Although Lando's got it wrong. Nico wasn't aggressive on the radio.
Really?
He let his actions do the talking.
Nico's not just throwing hats, Lukey boy. He's throwing shade at everyone.
Unusual from Lewis. I mean, close the damn door. So a bit soft there from Lewis. Valtteri did a rubbish job. You called him an idiot.
Nico is so angry, Lukey boy. It's like he's got something shoved up his ass.
So we're going to try and get you some new angles on this thing.
There it is. There it is.
I bet you thought it wasn't going to sneak its way in.
Right up the ding-dong. Last time around, we mentioned our debut TV appearance on Have You Been Paying Attention? It's an Australian comedy quiz show. We talked about it last time on the show.
Yeah, look, and actually, I watched back our episode talking about it, and I was a bit harsh. I was out of line. I should have been grateful that you mentioned me. Even though you were hesitant, even though there was a big delay, even though your voice quivered, I still should be grateful, so thank you.
I did mention Lukey boy. I think we've got a bit of that here.
Because you do a Formula One podcast, is that right?
I do. It's called The Reserve Drivers, Tom, and it's not even on template. That's
Okay,
how,
that's it.
That's how low down it is.
Who else do you do it with?
I do it with another guy called Luke Rocker.
And
Wow,
you
I
both
thought there'd be someone that I knew less than you.
And I believe you were on it just recently.
I was, and I even answered a Formula One question, and the reserve drivers came up again.
What UK event is expecting a crowd of 140,000 next month? And
Wimbledon?
no, good, yes, but no, it's accurate sport, though, Tim.
As the host of the #1 Formula One podcast, Tom, that's the exact response it deserves. It's the British Grand Prix.
Yes, at Silverstone. Thank you, Tim.
Good on you, Timmy, flying the flag.
Fair to say the audience didn't quite react as I would like, but look, at least the Reserve Drivers podcast got a laugh, Lukey boy.
Yeah, and let's make sure we never ever do a live show, because if that's the kind of silence, an aggressive silence.
Rightio, Lukey boy, that's it. We've got to get out of here.
Some lumps have appeared in my seat.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe.
And let us know, was this episode a ding-dong or a ding-ding?
Or was it more of a... So that's all from us, but to take us out tonight, another inspirational message from Valtteri's engineer.
Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Keep it up.
Ding, ding.